What's up, YouTube? This is Styx River. Obviously, you already know we bring you another video talking about the Emerald Tablets, ancient Egyptian secret text. This is what we call Styx's Mystery School. Today, this video is sponsored by Vance Global. Go ahead and get you some CBD if anybody has been trying to smoke more herbal blends. If anybody has been wanting to have a healthier type of relationship with their weed, with their ganja, I really recommend Vance Global. Very smooth, not like your regular CBD, and they tend to, really help you calm the nerves. Right? All my people dealing with anxiety, right? But let's get straight to it, right? So we are talking about Thoth. We are talking about the Houthi, which his name is the Houthi, ancient Egyptian, or ancient Kemet. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talking about his teachings, right? So one thing that Thoth, ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, they're always going to teach about is heading towards the light. The light is where you need to go. And a lot of people may be like, okay, light, what do you mean by the light? How do I follow the light? Now, the light is the path of righteousness. The light is the path of ascension. The light is the path of higher learning, right? It's of knowledge. So the more you start to rid yourself of ignorance, which we can connect to darkness. Once we start to rid ourselves of ignorance, we are starting to head towards the light, right? And this ignorance is also called darkness. And the way that they try to, the way that they word it in here is by calling it bondage. So we're in bondage of the darkness. We are, encaptured by the darkness, which is kind of like the whole reason of us living this life is so we are able to learn the way of the light by going through the darkness, right? The only way you can see light is in a path of darkness, right? So here we go. Right here, we're gonna say, open thy souls to the brothers of brightness, let them enter and fill thee with heart, right? Open thy souls to the brothers of brightness and let them enter and fill thee with light. Lift up thine eyes to the light of the cosmos. The cosmos are the stars. In ancient Egypt, as above, so below. So we're looking to the stars because all these stars are a form of light, right? Just like each human body is a form of light, right? Keep thou ever thy face to the goal. The goal is to reach ascension, to reach towards the light. Only by gaining the light of all wisdom, wisdom is equal to light also because it equals to ascension. That's the reason why you go through karma, so you can get that light, which is that knowledge, which is that wisdom, right? Art thou one with the infinite goal? Seek ye ever the oneness eternal. Seek ever the light into one, right? Okay, let's see. So, hear ye, oh man, listen to my voice singing the song of light and of life. Throughout all space, light is prevalent, encompassing all with its banner of flames, right? Meaning, no matter where you go in this creation, all of it is connected to light. All of it is made with light. All of it is, you will see the light, right? So then it says, encompassing all with its banner in flames. Seek ye forever in the veil of darkness. Somewhere ye shall surely find the light. So in this darkness, in these illusions, you want to search for the truth. You want to search for yourself. You want to search for what is the true meaning of things. And by you searching through that darkness, it's like that shadow self. It's like your situations. Why reflecting on those negative situations? Why did I go through this negative situation? Because you're reflecting on the darkness, seeking yourself through the darkness. And by you doing that, you eventually find the wisdom, the attainment, the knowledge, which is light, right? And by you finding that light, it enrages the flames of you even more, right? And what do you mean by enrage the flames, right? Because you are light. The sun is light. It also has that fire energy, right? So the more that you gain that light, the more you start to shine, the more your aura starts to glisten, the more your aura starts to brighten up. That's why some people are so bright in their aura, so bright in their energies, because they've gained a level of wisdom. Wisdom equals light, right? So here we go. In all space, there's only one wisdom, right? The all one mind. Through seeming design, it is the one in the one. All that exists comes forth from the light, and the light comes forth from all, right? Everything created is based upon order. Law rules the space where infinite dwells. Forth from equilibrium came the great cycles. Okay, here we go. Know that all is of all evermore. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom, right? And find ever more light on the way. What that means is, we always say, with time things happen. With time we start to understand things, right? That's why the journey is important, because the journey is what actually teaches you, not the destination, right? It's the lessons, it's the homework, it's the classroom sessions that really teach you, not the final test, right? So that's what you got to understand. Throughout this whole life will continue to bring you more wisdom, and the more wisdom you attain, the more light. You know what I mean? Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way, right? Here we go. I'm going to the parts that I highlighted, right? Yet are we one with the soul of our cycle. Yet are we too seeking a goal. Far beyond man consumption, infinity extends until greater than all. There in a time that is yet not a time, we shall all become one. Meaning, there in time, like over time, it says, okay, so look, let me explain it so you can really understand. Really pay attention to what I'm talking about. Because when it starts to talk about time, things get a little tricky because you're so used to this physical world construct. There in a time that is yet not a time, we shall all become one, right? So there will become a moment, an existence, a time, right? But even though time doesn't exist, so it doesn't mean that it's going to be, on year 2057, because time, it doesn't really exist, right? So there will be a moment. They say time because that's the way to explain things to you, where it says there will be a moment. So there will be a moment in this worldly time that doesn't really exist, where all will become, let me read that over, all will become one, all will become aligned, all will become in that spiritual enlightenment, right? So time and space are moving in circles. Time and space are moving in circles. Know ye their law, and ye too shall be free. Learn the laws of time, learn the laws of space, learn the understandings of this spiritual thing. I'm still learning this as myself, but I do have a video where I explain time a little bit more in depth. You know what I'm saying? So, and so when you learn this, right? When you learn these informations, you learn what this true creation persists of. You start to break yourself from the cycle of reincarnation. That's why it says, time and space are moving in circles. Know ye their law, and ye too shall be free. Free shall ye be to move through the cycles, past the guardians that dwell at the door, right? Know ye their law, and ye too shall be free, right? When you learn about the traveling through times, the traveling through space, right? Like astral projection, lucid dreaming. When you do those astral projection and lucid dreaming, there is no real time. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel time. You don't know how long you've really been dreaming. That dream could feel like 5 minutes, but you slept for 8 hours. So that's why this whole time thing is funny, right? But when you travel, you astral project, you lucid dream, those are actually pretty insights of what your soul is capable of doing, right? So when you start to understand it on this physical construct of what it is, right? Because when you're on this physical construct, you have to remember, when you have this physical construct where you're learning about astral projection, lucid dreaming, you then are able to free yourself and realize, oh my gosh, this box, this time thing is not real, and I'm able to actually go in different dimensions, different, you know what I'm saying? Different different kinds of like parallel realities, you know? So then to me spoke he of nine, saying, eons and eons have I existed, knowing not life and tasting not death. For know ye, O man, that far in the future life and death shall be one with all, right? Now, that's going to be something I'm really going to have to meditate on, right? But I really just think, like, if I had to give what I think it means. All right, so let's see. Eons and eons have I existed, knowing not life and tasting not death, right? So I feel like really what he's saying is, I've existed many eternities, many of your human lives, right? Knowing not life, because I have not lived as a human entity, I have not lived on this type of like lifestyle where it's like a reincarnation where I get birth and then I die. That's what this eon is saying, right? That's what this he of nine is saying, right? And he say, for know ye, oh man, that far in the future there will be a time in this human world where we will all ascend to a certain level, right? To that level where we're no longer in this body, and we are now this is just a vessel. We are now just a essence, an essence that gets to travel through many lives and many, like, it's eternal now, it's immortal at this point. So there is no life and death. We've escaped reincarnation. So, for know ye, O man, that far in the future life and death shall be one with the all, each so perfected by balancing the other that neither exists in the oneness of all. In men of this cycle, the life force is rampant, but life in its growth becomes one with them all, right? So the journey is always going to be chaotic. But you got to think about it at the end, right, of that journey. That's when things start to bliss out. Things start to get blissful, right? So, but in life, in its growth, becomes one with them all. Here I manifest in this your cycle, but yet am I there in your future of time. Yet to me, time exists not, right? So he's talking to us. He's like in your world, you know what I'm saying? Here I manifest in this your cycle, but yet am I there in your future of time. Yet to me, time exists not. For in my world time exists not. For formless are we. Life have we not, but yet have existence, fuller and greater and freer than thee, right? So the words are tricky, but you gotta really understand what he's saying. What he's really trying to say is, you know what I'm saying? There is no existence of time and life and death within his world and his level of ascension, his level of knowledge, and this level of wisdom. That's why you gotta understand that it is true, you can become immortal once you reach a level of knowledge and wisdom, right? Because you no longer have to go through karma, because karma is what bounds you to all these bodies, right? Karma is what teaches you and gets your soul ready. So think about it as if this space that he is in is an internal space, and this world that we live in is supposed to prepare us for that world that is next. You know what I'm saying? That dimension that is next, that essence that is next, that eternal thing that is next. I can't give you what exactly he's in, right? All it is just space, because it's just nothing, right? It's just bliss, right? So you got to understand that with gaining this wisdom, you get to this level of awareness and formlessness that he is at. That's why Bruce Lee says, be like water, be formless, right? You don't want to attach to any kind of form, because you are really not nothing. You are really nothing. You know what I mean? So be aware of that. Man is a flame bound to a mountain. Man, this human flesh. Now he's explaining to you why he's formless. Man is a flame bound to a mountain. But we are souls. We is the one essence. That's why they say we. We is the one. But we in our cycle shall ever be free. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, which is life, which is training your soul to have that knowledge, which is the cycle, that's the cycle. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, light itself will pass to the darkness, and only the essence of soul shall remain. Your body will pass to death, but only that remains is your soul, right? Then to me spoke, O Lord of eight, saying, all that ye know is but part of a little. All that ye know, all that you know is little to what is actually the truth, right? Not as yet have ye touched on the great. We haven't even touched on the power of what this true eternal essence is, right? Far out in a space where light begins supreme came I into the light, right? Body of light was my formless form. A body of light, that's soul. That's a formless form. No, I not life. He is not, this entity is not life, and it's also not death. And no, I not death, yet master am I of all that exists. Because when you get that level of karma where you ascend, you have become a master of all, right? And because it's like, think about it. The reason why we call it all in the one is because there is no life, there is no human body, there is no physical construct. You are just a master of all these things that are connected to the one, right? So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys learned something. This is Styx's Mystery School, the podcast also. I love you guys. Have a great day. Make sure you spread this, share this, like, subscribe, comment if this taught you something. Love you.